Hello and welcome to another episode of Trust Check, where we bring you weekly reports on viral claims made on and off social media. Trust Check is also a weekly reminder for you to always verify the information you receive before sharing to reduce the spread of fake news in society. My name is Hajara Hussaini. While the internet is an incredible source of news and information, it is also not right to trust many pieces of information surfacing from there. Fake news may not be unique to just the internet, but it has become a huge problem in the digital world today. However, fake news has been responsible for a great deal of misinformation, seeing that more and more people believe these stories without verifying, and some do not go beyond the headlines, which in turn causes panic, confusion, and shock. That is why we always remind you to check for the authenticity of any information you receive before sharing. Let's take a quick break. Welcome back. This week we take on multiple claims, and the first is a video circulating on social media. This video was shared mostly on WhatsApp, Telegram, and TikTok, suggesting that the governor of the Apex Bank, Godwin Emefiele, called out the Director General of the Department of State Services, Yusuf Bichi, to a fight. Very funny one. The 20-second video shows Emefiele addressing a press conference on the outcome of the Monetary Policy Committee, where he allegedly made the comments. Let's take a look at the video.
And I hear that he's making news in social media. I'm not on social media, but let him come and meet me in Central Bank. Let him show his face. Those who feel they want to support him, to fight me, come out. Let's fight.
TrustCheck subjected the video to verification using the InVid video verification tool to ascertain its authenticity, and it was discovered that the video was manipulated to suit a narrative. Subsequently, the original video was obtained and revealed that it was from the Monetary Policy Committee press briefing in September 2021, where the governor of the CBN was answering questions on why it shut down Aboki FX. Let's take a look.
And Aboki FX. Yes, unfortunately, Central Bank, our colleagues here wrote a memo to banks and asked those banks to provide information about Aboki FX. We have been studying the activities of Aboki FX in the last 2.5 years. There was a particular time I asked our colleagues to call the so-called owner of Aboki FX, that we want to understand his model, his basis, and how he came about advertising those rates. We find him as somebody, a Nigerian, who lives in England and conducts this nefarious and criminal activity on our economy. It is an economic sabotage, and we will pursue him wherever he is. We will report him to international security agencies. We will track him. Mr. Oniwide will find you, because we cannot allow you to continue to conduct an illegal activity that kills our economy. So that is the story of Aboki FX, and I hear that he's making news in social media. I'm not on social media, but let him come and meet me in Central Bank. Let him show his face. Those who feel they want to support him, to fight me, come out. Let's fight.
It was confirmed that the CBN governor was giving an update on why they had to shut down Aboki FX and not call Bichi out for a fight, as suggested by the title of the video. TrustCheck recalls that in September 2021, when the video was first recorded, CBN had accused Aboki FX, a website that collates the black market exchange rates of Naira, of carrying out an illegal activity that undermines the economy. The Apex Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele said the publishers of the platform, Oniwinde Adedotun, was involved in illegal forex trading. Although it has been established there is a running battle between the central bank governor and the DSS over the allegations of terrorism financing and other issues. The CBN governor has since resumed his duty post. The Apex Bank, in a statement on January 16, said the governor was back to work with renewed vigor. Following verification by TrustCheck, it has been established that the video in circulation is false and misleading, as the CBN governor did not at any point in time call the DSS DG out for a fight. The next claim was made by the national youth leader of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Dayo Israel, in a tweet that decried the current fuel scarcity in the country, stating that in the last 7 years, Nigeria had always enjoyed sufficient fuel supply during Christmas. The APC national youth leader, using his Twitter handle @Dayo Israel, alleged sabotage in the current fuel scarcity, claiming that it was deliberately targeted at ruining the chances of the party in the forthcoming elections. He wrote, "Over the last 7 years, we have always had fuel availability every Christmas. It was even a major scorecard that the December fuel crisis came to end. How come the December before election suddenly fuel becomes scarce? Reason to make APC look bad to Nigerians, internal saboteurs." The tweet garnered over 1 million views, 3,000 likes, and 800 retweets with over 1,500 quote tweets. Findings by TrustCheck showed that in the last 7 years of President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, Nigeria had experienced fuel scarcity across the country, especially during the 2017 Christmas period. Recall that during the Christmas of 2017, many Nigerians were left stranded at filling stations as the fuel scarcity worsened across the country. Thousands of motorists were queuing up to buy fuel till the early hours of Christmas Day, as many filling stations did not sell petrol, and the few that sold did so at an exorbitant price. This is despite the repeated assurance by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, now NNPCL, to Nigerians that it had and was distributing more than enough petrol for local use. But transport fares were hiked while many motorists were stranded without vehicles to travel that year. As the fuel crisis worsened, many Nigerians accustomed to traveling to other states for Christmas were stranded at motor parks. Most Nigerians could not afford the almost 100% increase in transport fares or had to cancel their journey for insufficient transportation. However, the APC national youth leader is not the only person alleging sabotage in the current fuel crisis, as the party's presidential candidate had also made same allegations during a campaign rally in Abeokuta, Ogun State. The APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu said the scarcity was perpetrated by powerful forces in government to sabotage the elections. Research by TrustCheck showed that Nigeria had experienced fuel scarcity during the Christmas period in the last 7 years. Hence, the claim by the APC national youth leader Dayo Israel is false. The last claim in this week's episode was made by the spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Festus Keyamo, during an interview where he said, "This is not the highest inflation rate in Nigeria," adding that the highest was in 2005 under Obasanjo and Atiku. Let's take a look.
This is not the highest inflation rate. In 2005, under Obasanjo Atiku, we had a 28% inflation rate in 2005. Go and fact check me. So that is not the highest. Under Obasanjo and Atiku, we had the highest ever so far in 1999. But let me come straight to your question. Atiku, Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu, we build on a legacy of infrastructural development. That is what, you can see what we have done in 7.5 years. It has eclipsed and surpassed what they did in 16 years of PDP. And let me tell you, that Obasanjo-Atiku regime you are talking about, it has collapsed now with all the boasts they were boasting about that tenure. That tenure is now known as the SPV years.
Opposition parties have been making false statements without verification since the kickoff of campaigns, but with few weeks to the 2023 general elections, the rate at which these claims keep coming is alarming. However, the heat between the APC and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is like no other due to their long rivalry. Let's briefly look at the inflation rate in both administrations. Inflation is the persistent increase in the prices of goods and services, which translates as a decline in purchasing power over time. According to Nigerians' inflation historical data, the Obasanjo administration experienced an increase at some point, but as of 2007, when he left office, the inflation rate was 5.39%, which showed an improvement from when he was sworn in as president in 1999, when the inflation rate was 6.62%. The inflation rate in Nigeria experienced a rise at different points in the current administration, as well as an all-high in November 2022 at 21.47%. The National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) attributed it to a sharp increase in the demand as December was around the corner. Import cost hikes due to depreciation of the naira and a rise in production costs. In December 2022, the inflation rate showed a decline of 0.13% compared to November 2022. However, on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was 5.72% higher compared to the rates recorded in December 2021, which was 15.63%. A breakdown of inflation figures year-on-year showed that the inflation rate at the end of 2015 was 9.01%, the same year the Buhari administration kicked off and has since seen an increase. The former president Olusegun Obasanjo and his vice president Atiku Abubakar ruled between 1999 and 2007. The economy experienced a rise in the inflation rate to about 18.87%, with an annual rate increase of 11.94%. However, a report by World Data Info reveals that the highest inflation in Nigeria was recorded in 1995 during the late General Sani Abacha regime at 72.84%, with an annual rate increase of 15.8%. Similarly, other reports and data on the inflation rate in Nigeria showed that 1995 was indeed the highest before Obasanjo assumed office in 1999. Based on investigations and verifiable data, TrustCheck can confirm that the claim by Festus Keyamo suggesting that Nigeria's inflation rate was highest during the Obasanjo administration is false. While we bring you weekly reports on false information circulating on and off social media, a simple way to stop the spread of fake news is to verify any information before you share them. Always remember that fake news causes damage with irreversible effects. For more details on the fact check, visit www.trustcheck.dailytrust.com and follow us on all our social media platforms at Trust TV News. Until I come your way next week, I am Hajara Hosseini.